You have to, at some point, take a chance on a first-round guy and hope that he's the guy that you can groom and develop, and he's your signal caller for a decade.
So as we
Hopefully
talked
that
about,
happens.
the next question will be, when do they ease him in?
Right.
So obviously he'll get a lot of time in the preseason, I would assume. But
I think he has to compete for the starting job from day one. I don't think you go into it saying Keenum's a starter and Haskins is the backup. I think when you draft a first-round guy with his pedigree, you have to let him compete for the job.
The difference is you got a head coach that's not necessarily geeked up about playing him right away. So I think that there's going to be a waiting period. How long will it be? I don't know. Now, the good news for him is I don't think the guys in front of him are very good. So they'll struggle and stumble, and then they're going to have to go.
If you're Haskins, how do you not beat out Case Keenum? How do you, even though he's a veteran,
he's a veteran.
Yeah, but he's mediocre at best.
You know how hard it is to play in the NFL?
I understand. He's green.
About 10 guys do it well.
That he doesn't have a lot of experience.
He played 1 year in college.
I know. I understand that he has a lot of learning to do.
And by the way, he was surrounded by studs everywhere.
Right. That's true.
That make him look pretty good. So, I mean, I think that I'm not going to call him a project. I'm not going to go that far. I'll say he's raw, and he needs time to develop. And
I think a project is not an unfair description.
I think you sit behind an established veteran for certainly a few games, a few weeks, and depending on
I
how
don't even know what that does, but yeah, I mean, I would think at least a month.
I just wouldn't be shocked if you see him on the field for the opener in Philadelphia. I wouldn't be shocked by it at all.
He would have
even though Gruden,
he would have to blow them away. That would be Snyder and Bruce saying, "You better play Dwayne Haskins in week one."
Or maybe he just looks amazing.
It's just outperforming Case Keenum.
Maybe he blows them away.
In my opinion, it's not that hard to outperform Case Keenum. I just don't think it is. Like, especially for a guy who's drafted in the first round.
I think
even if you don't have a lot of experience, I think you can generally outperform Case Keenum.
I think you're underappreciating how difficult it is to play. To go from college
I know
to
it's
the pros.
difficult. I just don't think it's that hard. I don't think it's that hard to beat out Case Keenum.
You know what kind of numbers Case
McCoy.
Keenum threw up in college? He put up stupid numbers.
Well, he was also in a gimmicky system.
Up great numbers. 50 touchdowns last year. 50. You think he's good enough to have 50 touchdowns in the NFL?
Of course not. Of course I don't think that's going to happen.
Right. So my point is you have to give the guy time. There's so much to learn in the NFL. You know
he's very raw. You also got to remember that there's a lot of debate as to whether or not Haskins can even take a ball under center, right? That's not what he does. So he's got to learn that, work on that big time.
Or you could craft your offense around his skill set, which is playing out a shotgun.
Which I'm sure they will.
Incorporate some of that.
Which I'm sure they will.
Well, I don't know if Jay Gruden is that adaptable because I didn't see a lot of adapting to Alex Smith's skill set specifically when he came here. There was a lot of talk of, well, Alex Smith's got the legs. We're going to get him out of the pocket. We're going to move the pocket around. We're going to utilize his strengths. I didn't see a lot of that in the 9 games that Alex Smith played for the Redskins.
And you didn't see a lot of that when Robert was there, and you didn't see a lot of that when Josh Johnson was in there.
You're definitely not going to do that with Dwayne Haskins. He's not running.
No, he's a pocket guy.
Yep.
All right, let's battle these calls. It's going to be just so fascinating to watch all this play out. You know what? As the calls build up, 800-636-1067, let them keep coming in. I want to hear some of Jay. Can you play some of the Jay audio? Because by all accounts, I mean, numerous people were reporting that there's a rift there, right? That Dan and Bruce, they wanted Haskins. The football guys, they maybe wanted to go in a different direction. So Jay's got to go out there and sell this. I'm just fascinated to hear it. And I know he did.
A quarterback that has performed like he has in 1 year of playing football is quite astonishing, really. He's got all the tools to be an exceptional quarterback in pro football. So now it's a matter of getting him in the building, get him taught up with the offense, and just going slow with him. We're excited to have him. Great kid, great player, very smart. We had a chance to talk to him at the Combine. Obviously, we flew him in here, had a long talk with him, went to dinner with him, spent a lot of time with him, and we feel really good about where he is as a player, where he's going.
Play the next one. About the trade talks to move up. Were there any talks about that?
Jay, can you take us through a little bit the decision-making process to get back into the first round to get Sweat?
Who's there? A quarterback that has performed like he has in 1 year of playing football.
That was the Sweat clip. I didn't have that.
All right, what about the third?
Got all the tools to be an exceptional quarterback in pro football. So
stop it for a second. Well, I'm assuming these are all about Haskins. All right, go to the third clip then. I'm just going by what you gave me there, Matt.
There was talks about doing that, yeah, for sure. But we felt good about our spot. We felt good about the amount of players that were there still at 15. And then you try to project who needs quarterbacks, so on and so forth. And really, if you look around the league, there's not a lot of teams that really have to go out and get a first-round quarterback, really. You know, you're looking very few. So we felt like we had a good chance that he would fall to us without having to give up the farm to get him. So fortunately, that move paid off. Bruce did a great job. Obviously, Kyle Smith. Dan was in the room for sure, and everybody's on board.
Thank God the Redskins did not move up to 3. They didn't panic and feel like they had to get their guy. They were patient.
What really helped them was obviously Cleveland Farrell going 4.
Yeah.
Right, as a guy that many had going much later.